What is up, guys? It's Fattycyclops here, and I'm just doing another episode of the Minecraft adventure series I'm doing. This is episode 3 or 4, I think. So we're north of where the base was, where we left off last time, which is south down that way. We looked at the mine and whatnot, and the gold farm, and we are now at the village, which is pretty much a map and a half away. I wonder if I've got the maps in here actually. I can show you where I mean. No, they must be at the other. They must be at the other chest. I'm going to sleep real quick because actually no, I don't need to sleep because what we're doing at the moment is we're transporting villagers up to where I've made Doc M's. You can see it in the distance. Iron Golem farm. So there it is. This bottom bit here is populated. There's villagers and it's spawning iron golems and it's giving me out a good amount of gold, and I've made another layer up there which isn't populated yet. So what we've got to do at the moment is transport some of these guys down to the iron golem sort of, I don't know, what do you call it, farm I suppose, yeah. And we've got to get them up this tube, which I've lovingly crafted a water elevator because it's the easiest way of getting the things down there. And I'll just quickly show you how I've been getting the guys over there. It's been a real task getting them over there because I didn't have a lot of resources when I started this, so I didn't have enough iron or anything like that to build a good minecart system, so I literally had to just push them along like this. They're so annoying, damn things, they always come off the back end. You've got to be really patient and get them up without automating it, and you've got to push them and then push them again, go on son, out you go, that's it, push them again, no, stay on. See, and I don't even have enough to afford the oh, I've got to get rid of that. Damn it, it's going to die. Oh. That's another issue I've got, is once they're in here you kind of got to hit them off and then away they go. They sort of float down here, and I'll just show you. Actually, let's get another one really quickly because I'm not going to be able to do that because it's night time. So I'll just take this guy down there and I'll just show you what I've had to do. It takes a bit of time, so I might even speed this bit up. But as you can see, you have to kind of bump into them a little bit and carry them down. And it's a real simple way of transporting villagers and items and other stuff, because you can chuck items in there and they go down as well. So it's basically just a water source block with a sign behind it to make sure that the water flows in one direction. One Direction? They cause me problems tonight, One Direction. They're playing a concert in Cardiff and I got stuck in all the traffic. All the teenage girls going to watch them. Horrible, horrible thing it was today. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bit of a nightmare. And they try and swim upstream sometimes, and you've got to be careful, so don't stand too close to them, because if they get on the other side of you, you can't get round them. You just push them upstream, so you have to climb out and go back. So you kind of need to knock them and wait for a little bit to just go downstream. But as I say, I'm going to speed this bit up just so that you guys don't have to sit there and watch me do this, and then when we get to the other end I'll just show you how I get the villagers up to the farm or to their pods, and we'll have to go get back and get another one, but I'll do that off cam because once you've seen it once, it's yeah, you don't need to see it again. So I'll leave it there for now, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Right guys, when you get to a bit where you need to transport the villager up, you can either leave them in a too high water source so they start to get a bit uncomfortable, but he seems to be getting on alright. All you've got to do is just a traditional sort of elevator. So again, using signs and water blocks, just give him a whack and it pings him up. As you can see, off he goes on his merry way, and it's the same for us. We'll just pop up. Really easy to make. We're just getting towards the end now. So that was about 4 minutes of just travelling along. Yeah, it's very tedious doing it, but it's a good way of getting villagers across, because they've got to be 80 blocks away at least from the new spawn. And there he goes up and away he goes. Now he's going up now in that that tube that we saw from the village. So I'll give him a couple of seconds just to get a bit in front of me because it's a long way up. So the first area is what, 80 blocks from the floor. The second one's 80 blocks from that, so we're like at least 160 blocks up. And again, it's just a simple water elevator, so there's a block and then a sign and then a block of water, then a sign and a block of water, then a sign, etc, 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 all the way up. And as you can imagine, this took me absolutely ages because I've done everything on survival. I don't do anything on creative, and then obviously switch to survival to record. So I've got the maximum, going to get the maximum amount of achievements and whatnot, but it just takes the maximum amount of time, and I have to do everything as cheaply as possible. And yeah, it's just takes a long time to do. Oh, I don't want to get in front of him. He's taking his time going up. But we should be near the top soon. I just hope that nothing's spawned up where we're going, because that would be the worst thing in the world. Yesterday on stream, and I'll link to the highlight if I can of the stream, I moved 2 villagers down to a little area that I was going to try and breed them so that I could take them up from the breeding area at the bottom of this tube up to the pod. But as I was trying to get them to get up here, baby zombie came along. Well, the first one actually died. I think he drowned, and he just drowned. He just refused to help himself. It was just so annoying to watch. He just drowned, and then the second one, I got wrecked. Baby zombie came along and absolutely wrecked me. So now this guy's here. What we're going to do is get another guy, and then we will start to hopefully populate them in here. So I'll put a lid on this pod, and then just leave it for a bit, and they should hopefully start making out, and then make little baby villages, and then we can just make a simple mine cart track to get them round the top and then drop them down. I've already done the sort of staircase down. We'll drop them down into the pods, and we'll have to just populate them, and then I can put roofs on the pods and then half slab the top layer of here and the top of the pods as well, just so nothing spawns up here. And then it's a 2-layer thing, so as you've seen the DocM tutorial, I hope, so I'll link that in the description as well so that you guys can build this. It's dead easy on creative. It's a bit of a nightmare on survival. Basically enough doors around the place, 6 on each side, so 6, 12, 24 in all, which is enough for the villagers to, or for the game to start thinking that it's a village, and then the iron golem starts spawning to protect the villagers. And then in each individual pod, just get a water block in each corner so it pushes the villagers to the middle, just in case something spawns on the inside and tries to hit them through, because you don't want any of your villagers turn into zombie villagers, because that'll affect the spawn rates of the golems. So we'll just quickly jump back down, and again I'm doing it this way rather than jumping off the top, because and I'll just show you what I've done, and I need to make some amendments to this, what I've done to capture the iron golems that spawn. Excuse me. So this is going to be a bit of a longer video. It's probably going to be a 10 or a 15 minute maybe, but I just wanted to show you the results I get, and then I'll move on to the next bit on another video, because I've made a system of capturing the iron that's dropped by the golems and then transporting it back to the village, so I don't keep on having to come all the way out to the farm to get my goodies that have been dropped. But again, I'll show you that on another video, otherwise this one will be going on for a while, and I don't want to make the videos too long. So we just get to the bottom, which way's out? This way, right, cool. Okay, so we just quickly pop out here, and I'll just break, that's the roof, so I'll break the roof. Actually, we'll just jump straight out of there, and I'll just replace the roof. Can't use sand. Oh, hang on, what are we doing? There we go. There we go. Right, so you can see this is where the line that goes all the way back to the village. And what I was doing for some random reason is I had a load of doors in here, and I was going to try and breed them in here and then take them up from here, because this is the tube that I used to make the first pod on the first level, but then for whatever reason I decided to build up from this one, up to the second level, and you can see how high up it is. It's what was that? That's the baby zombie that killed me. I cannot believe he's not dead. He's killed me twice. I have a sword. I've got no armor. This is going to be scary. Yeah, so I'm nervous now because that little thing's going to come over and wreck me again. I think he's got my sword, and he's also got my. Oh look, he's seen me. He's seen me. Oh god, I'm going to get wrecked. He's there. So what happens basically is when the golems spawn, they fall down this hole in the middle. So they'll fall right for the top one. Go check where he is. Right for the top one, all the way down in here, and then what happens is he gets transported along this tube, like so, until he gets to the lava. The lava's, 3 blocks high, so his head goes in the lava, and that obviously gives him some damage. And then what should happen is at the end, he should drop off the end into this holding chamber. And again, I don't know where that zombie's gone. I'm just nervous that he's going to come and wreck me again. I don't know where he's gone. Yeah, and then he comes down. Wow, he comes down here, and then he should fall into here, and I can make a system for crushing them so that I can get them down to 1 hit. But unfortunately, at the moment, I think I've got 1 block too many of lava because they die at the top there, and their loot just falls into there, which is fine. I don't mind that because what I've got underneath is I've got a hopper at the end of this water flow, so any loot that comes off the edge falls into the hopper, and then underneath I've got a chest. And where is that little dude? Perhaps he's burnt. I hope he's burnt up. I hope he's burnt up. Yeah, and then that falls into a chest. But I've made a system that's going to transport the goodies back to the village, and I'll just quickly show you really quickly just how far away I've had to transport the villagers. Because I know we saw it in slow motion, but I kind of skipped a good part of it. So this is the track that I've made going back with the goodies, going back, and I'll show you that on the next video because I'll show you the mechanism I'm using to collect the drops and also to deposit them in my storage area. But this here is where we've just been with that villager guy. And as you can see, it's quite a distance. It does take a bit of time with the water flows. Obviously a lot quicker with minecart tracks, rail tracks, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I didn't have the resources to do it like that. So I'm going to call it there, guys. You've seen the Doc M spawner, Iron Golem farm, and again I'll link that in the description of the video so you guys can make it. And we shall see you on the next video where I'm going to show you the system I'm using to transport the drops back to the village, so I don't keep on having to make the trip out to the farm every time. So again, thanks for watching, guys. We shall see you on the next video. Don't forget, if you've got any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video and share it, and I shall see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.